Back again with another video. Hopefully this is educational to some. I'm sure others have probably seen this or know about it. But I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and show these things and kind of how the factory Glock trigger works. This tab right here, this allows the trigger to go fully rearward. Right here you can see it moving. This is part of the drop safety. You have a couple safeties working with the Glock, of course, but this one is supposed to stop the trigger from moving rearward if there was any momentum that caused the trigger to move backwards, such as if it were bumped or dropped or hit in a certain way that caused enough momentum for this trigger to move back and off of the sear. So the only way this trigger can be pulled is if you depress that trigger tab right there. And again, I'll try to get close here so you can see that. Once that clears the frame, the trigger can go rearward. I always wanted to know how that worked inside. What does a Glock Factory Trigger look like inside there? And what are you essentially basing your life on, because the only way to get that trigger to go back is for that to be able to depress, clear the frame, and move rearward. So here it is on the other side of the trigger. Here's what we got. So your trigger bar comes in and you have the pin that holds the trigger shoe on, which is this right here, this pin right here, and then this is the other side of that tab that depresses and allows that to move past the frame. So right here it's chewed up because I had to take it apart, but what does that really look like inside there, and what are we really relying our lives on for this gun to go bang? So when you take this out, get it off this pin here, so it sits on this pin. It has a hole in it, and all this is a tiny little piece of plastic. This right here. It's not a spring, it's not metal, it is a tiny little piece of polymer that is actually really tough. The odds of this thing breaking or coming off is probably as good, if not even better, than a piece of metal. But I thought it was interesting. I wanted to understand how it worked, and I wanted to educate a little bit so people could see it as well. You know, do you feel like you can bet your life on this trigger? I do. This is what I carry every day. I carry a Glock 19 and a Glock 43, and you know, I would most certainly bet my life on that trigger is going to work every time and allow that to move past the frame so that it can go bang. But again, educational video, something for you guys to see. You know, you be the judge. Can you bet your life on that, seeing probably a piece that's a penny or less to manufacture? Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, and till next time.